Yep. Let's go 95.3 with a modern hip hop channel, getting you home on a Monday, man. All week at 420, we got those WWE table, ladders, and chairs tickets. Kush is going to help facilitate the whole deal. 420 all week long. Fourth row tickets tomorrow, right?
Yeah, gotta have the little trivia question on deck. I'm gonna cook something up for tomorrow.
We're going to actually make you pay attention to the radio tomorrow. It's going to be lit. It's going to be crazy, man. Speaking of lit, man, when is your show, Ali? You have a concert out here coming up.
Thursday the 19th, we're going to celebrate my new album at First Ave in the main room with me and Evidence and Nur-D.
Oh, man.
And DJ Last Word.
Isn't Nur-D something special?
He's beautiful. Yeah, I think he was just here the other day. Or
That's
like
my
yesterday,
man.
maybe.
Today.
Yeah.
Today,
He
yeah.
started off with Shut Up and Rap, and I remember the first time I saw him, I was like, I grabbed him. I said, some people halfway this and have fun. You need to dive all the way in and
Yeah.
just become this thing because you
Yeah.
got it. You got it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he's really incredible, man.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, that came about because I wanted to talk to him. When I saw him, I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
So I wanted to just get an idea for where his head was at. So I invited him for coffee. And I just thought we'd talk for a half hour or something. We talked for a couple hours.
Yeah. He's
And
tremendous.
I realized, like, oh, I thought I was going to impart some wisdom to him or just have him think. He had already thought long and hard about everything that I suggested that I wanted to talk to him
That is
about.
so cool, man.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah,
man.
beautiful young dude.
Yeah. So coming up, what, next Thursday?
Yep.
We're going to be, is it First Ave?
At the main room, First Ave.
Woo!
Yeah, me and Evidence, who we just made this project together. So he did the West Coast part of the tour. He's not doing the Midwest, but I had to really request that he would come to the Minneapolis show.
That's perfect, though.
Yeah.
That's great, man. So that's happening. The album's out now. For those of you unfamiliar, Brother Ali has a new album out right now. It's called Secrets and Escapes.
Yeah.
Fully produced by Rhymesayers and Dilated People's own, West Coast's own, the legend Evidence, produced this thing. And it's much different in some ways than kind of an original kind of Ali sound.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, no, it was really important to me that, there are different phases of this. So first, you struggle with yourself to see if you can get good enough for people to hear you.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to do that.
Yeah.
Then, once you get good, then the thing is like, will people listen to me? And that's a very difficult process too. And that's another success when people say you like, yes, we're going to listen to you.
Yeah.
And you have a moment. Then you see if you can sustain that moment into a career. And then if you're blessed and fortunate enough to do that, I've been doing this professionally for 17 years.
We'll call that legend status, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
This is the conversation we're in.
We're here.
But then even some of the people that I look up to, there's a point where most artists get stuck.
Yep.
In what they're good at doing.
Yep.
And they just continue to repeat themselves over and over and over again, sometimes better than others.
Yes.
But I didn't want it to fall into that. So in order to do that, you have to get outside your comfort zone again. It's very hard once you build, because like I could just go do Brother Ali forever.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people. Public Enemy can do Public Enemy forever. Gangstar can do ever. Once you get to a place where people have accepted you for over 15 or 20 years, then it's like, okay, this is fine. So to choose to be out of your comfort zone at that point is an investment, in yourself. And that's the way that I really looked at it.
You guys did it, man. New album out right now. You got Pharoahe Monch on this thing, which is, one of the most slept on, underrated artists in hip-hop history, phenomenally talented. At one time, he was regarded to as like, the GOAT, the greatest in a way, you know what I mean?
I would still consider him easily in the top 5. And I would say most slept on, most underrated MC of all time.
Most definitely.
Especially because of the fact that he has legitimate hits that he also produced.
Yes.
Like he produced Simon Says.
Right.
You know what I mean? My Life and Get Roll. He does have big radio records, legitimate hit records.
Big time.
But he also is, just a straight virtuoso. One of the most musical, one of the most lyrical. All respect to Eminem. I have nothing bad to say about Eminem.
Right.
He's an absolute legend, one of the greats of all time. But the way that Eminem's fans talk about him, that's what I actually believe about Pharoahe Monch.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and I believe that Pharoahe because of the fact that Eminem impresses me on just a technicality level,
cadence
and also his wordplay and like he's absolutely amazing, but it doesn't reverberate in my soul most of the time. Sometimes it does. Sometimes the way his artistic genius is so great, like 2 a.m. in the morning, bodies all over the floor, and I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. But most of the time, what he's saying doesn't resonate with me.
Right.
But with Pharoahe, it almost always does. Even though there are times where, Pharoahe will take it in so many different directions. Sometimes it'll be sci-fi, And that's not a genre that I'm a fan of, but there's something about the soulfulness of his voice that he reminds me of, you know, the jazz greats. Like he reminds me of Thelonious Monk and John Coltrane.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, I think he's in that status.
The fact that we're talking about Pharoahe Monch live on Minnesota radio at 5:50 in the
In
afternoon.
2019.
It's a round of applause. This is the Mr. Peter Parker Show, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Understand how we get down, all right? So, speaking of soulful tones and things like that, I want to jump into a couple of joints. This new album's out right now, Secrets and Escapes. It's on Rhymesayers, brand new Brother Ali album, and you're hearing Ali almost differently than we've heard in the last couple of years. Your constant evolution as an artist is inspiring, dog. We see you in different stages, and you came back with some legitimate heat on this one. Sco 95.3, that's new music from our very own Brother Ali. It's called Father Figures. Relatable bars on that one. Sco Radio, Ali still hanging out, coming up next week, man. We're going to be out there for a very special evening at First Avenue Main Room. You've blessed us out there time and time again. It's like home base over there, really.
Yeah, man, that's home.
Familiar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo, my God. What do you have to say about, like, after hearing this new album, the final product, and seeing the response that it's gotten? Because I know this was risky in a way.
No, it really, artistically, and so the way that we dropped it, we just put it out. We didn't announce it. Usually we do a big announcement and build up.
Attack.
And I mean, we have core fans that still don't know that it's out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't follow us on social media closely, then you wouldn't even necessarily know.
I believe it.
Yeah.
We were all excited about Gangstar. All of a sudden, I got an Ali Evidence joint. I'm like, I got all day I'm listening, man.
Yeah.
That's great. For the grown heads, you know what I mean? For the new kids, too, but really something for the hip-hop heads, too, you know what I mean? So. Yeah,
man. I feel really good about it. I feel really grateful. It gives me a lot of hope and that just to know that the possibilities are endless. Yeah. And that anything that we feel like, for me, my wealth is in my freedom. Yes. And in my ability to explore myself and express myself, to say whatever I want. Like literally, I don't have any money that comes from anybody other than ticket buyers and people that stream music. I don't have any, outside funding, no sponsorships, nothing. Literally nothing.
And you do it all right.
Yeah, no, we've been able to support ourselves and be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For almost 20 years for me. Atmosphere is over 20 years.
You guys have been the blueprint for independent success for the whole country.
Yeah, there are people that came after us that learned from what we did and were able to expand upon it. Yeah. It's funny you were asking me what I listened to, and the brother, I feel so bad because I don't know how to say his last name, and we're cool, but Toby Nwigwe.
Okay, that's another one you're listening to?
Yeah, man. I really love his music a lot, and he's having a moment.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta put me on.
Really incredible, man. Really incredible. But yeah, man, so like the fact that we have the freedom to just do whatever we want. And there's always a question of like, well, if I step too much out of what we've been doing, will people still support us? Right. And the reality is that for the listenership to continue to still grow, you know what I mean? Like we were embraced by sectors of the hip hop world that have always been cool with what we've done, but have now, are participating in it and sharing it, and DJ Muggs and DJ Premier and people like that supporting and playing our music.
Yes.
Whereas before they would throw it on, and if we came by the show, they would be cool.
Big love.
Right. Yeah. But they were always kind of like, yeah, you've carved your lane over there, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But for this record, we've seen it be played and supported in sectors that we hadn't before, which
really
is
cool
dope.
Stuff,
yeah. One of the homie from Odd Future was like, cover me, I'm going in. About to listen to a fucking Brother Ali album. Almost like, fine, you got me. All the homies say I gotta listen.
I'll listen.
Yeah, they're like, all right.
You got me. It's
That's
good.
great.
Yeah.
Check this new project out. You will not be disappointed. And next Thursday, we're all gonna be in the building. Thank you for coming by. Season's greetings to you and your family.
Thank you, brother.
Always
Thank you for the
pleasure.
whole team. I appreciate you guys a lot, man.
Big love, man. Come on.